Hello and good afternoon. Save with Crypto here. And hiya, Kaz, indeed. You're first here. Brilliant. Maff is kind of here, but he's invisible.
Yes, I'm kind of hiding today behind no camera. Well, got a camera. It's just yeah, got
You
no
haven't got, you
got
haven't
no
got any
camera
film.
feed for some
You
reason.
haven't got any film for it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just
Yeah.
that film costs money. Just keep running that through.
Yeah. I'll tell you what was funny. My my wife, she used to sort of even when she got, I mean, she was really into photography, so she had an old Olympus OM1 that she was very proud of, and
Oh wow, yeah.
used to always use, which my daughter's got now actually, and um, and then when she bought a digital camera, it's really weird. Every time she'd go out and take photos, she'd always come back with either 24 or 36 photos. It's, it's,
Just totally imprinted.
yeah,
It's like,
yeah,
oh yeah,
yeah.
I can't go over the limit.
Yeah, I used to
Yeah,
say, so you got like a, I don't know, it's like a 4 gig card or something. It meant you could take like hundreds of photos, and she said, yeah, I
yeah,
know, but I don't want to fill the memory up. I said, you won't, until you've taken a
yeah.
lot of photos. All right, so your camera's
I mean,
not
it's
working.
it's, it's probably, it's probably not such a bad thing in a way, because um I went through a phase of taking lots of digital photos. I did like I think it was a Sony something or other DSLR. But I do remember just like every time I saw something mildly interesting, I'd be like, you know um whatever the sound is, click 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 click, like hundreds of photos of the same thing,
Mm,
thinking, oh, that's what professional photographers do.
right.
um, and then I would just end up with that kind of analysis paralysis, just not being able to select one out of the hundreds. So I'd keep all of the hundreds,
Yeah,
and that
yeah.
that, that just totally stalled my my photographer ambitions, I suppose. What there was of that.
Yeah,
So
that kind of makes sense actually thinking about it. Yeah, yeah, I can see that because I mean that's what my wife used to say. He said like it's all about getting the right composition and stuff, and she said like I know when I've got the right shot, and fair play to her. She was good at photos,
yeah,
and the composition was always right, because she was an artist and all that sort of thing. So she got it.
knew the rule of thirds and all of the
Yeah,
things.
yeah, yeah. So everything was like perfectly balanced and all that, and it was always good. Anyway, it's quite weird without your camera on. I can't believe we used to do this. No, we didn't. No, I used to do this, didn't I? I used to have my camera off, didn't
It
I?
really
Anyway,
does make a difference. Yeah. I mean, I'll try and get it back during the live stream, but it's just like, um, yeah, getting everything set up and logged in, and then just kind of last minute notice that, oh, there was no camera. I may have just unplugged it or something, but I'll have a
okay.
look.
I
Yeah.
don't know. Anyway, yeah. Sorry, I wasn't around yesterday, everybody. My brother-in-law was here for a bit, so we tend to sort of go out and do things and stuff, especially as the weather was nice and all that. Anyway, so um, re the it's really weird. I just feels really awkward, like talking to a blank screen. It's quite weird. So anyway,
Is
um,
is he smiling or frowning?
yeah. I don't know if you
Oh,
lost
yeah.
it. Gone.
Um, I did discover the cause. I mean, I'm holding up the USB cable to you, but you can't see it because it's not plugged in. But it's not plugged in. Is the reason. So I'm just going to plug it in. I
Probably
haven't
looks
I
like
haven't
that.
like looked in the mirror or anything. So and I haven't brushed my hair this morning. So I'm gonna look like a typical scarecrow. Is that not a USB-C thing I'm trying to shove it into? Oh, okay. Oh, I just need to find an adapter because I was messing around with the USB things. Sorry about this. Um,
Right, right.
you probably need
Clearly,
less information and more TA.
right. Clearly, Math has a giant pimple on the end of his nose, and he's just trying to squeeze it before he turns the camera on, with minimal
Essentially.
impact. With minimal impact. Anyway, right. So, what am I going to talk about? Well, the thumbnail. That was obviously about TradFi sort of thing. The reason being is I I'm not quite sure what Bitcoin's up to at the moment. I'm actually not in a Bitcoin trade. I don't think I am. Oh, maybe a little one. Um, I don't think I'm particularly in a Bitcoin trade at the moment, but I did have some of that what's it called? GGP, the Great Land, the Scotty one, the Great Land Gold something. Anyway, Great Land Resources. That's what it's called. I did have some of that, and I'll show you that in a moment. But anyway, so I sold that, took profit on that. So I was looking around for some other things to play with. So I did sort of slightly ape into a few things this morning, some good, some bad. So I did re-enter a tiny position with Great Land Resources. This is on Trading 212. So this one is currently like 0.02% in profits. That's 80p in profit. That's not very good, is it? Got a SpaceX one. I want to have a look at that in a moment as well. SpaceX, that one is 2.28% in profit. Reasonably big position. So these are just spot positions, by the way. So that one's £111 in profit. Then I've got a Google one that's down a bit, and I've got a SanDisk one that's down a bit as well. So I wanted to kind of look at those if possible, and have a look at that. But let's just start off by just talking about what you can do on Bitunix, by the way, because obviously these are on Trading 212. I didn't actually realise. Well, I kind of did realise that you could do all this sort of stuff on Bitunix, but I didn't realise it's just part of the normal sort of kind of stuff, and you can do it with like USDT. I thought it was something they kind of like added onto it as a whole different section. The only difference is, if say for example you want to go into a trade here with like SpaceX, then you do your normal sort of stuff. This is like a limit order. You've obviously got the normal kind of leverage you can use. I tend to use isolated. Multi-trade, I don't want to do that. It's one trade per thing. Okay. And then here, I quite like how it's got like a little rocket on the slider there. That's quite a neat little feature. Oh, sorry, not sharing that tab, am I? Oh God, I've done it again, haven't I? And maths disappeared. Hang on. Right, hang on. Let me just see who we got here. So we've got 4 people on YouTube and some on Math Tapes, and the majority on my Twitter, my X, which is cool. Okay, right, I'll do that again. So yeah, as I was saying, with where's it gone? There it is. With Bitunix, you can trade all this kind of stuff as well. For example, here's SpaceX, and as I was just saying before, I realised I wasn't showing the screen. You can trade this on your normal kind of stuff. I like isolated. I don't want to do multi-trade, so I can confirm that. You can obviously set your leverage how you want. Not sure how it goes up to 20x. Okay, that's probably not the sort of thing I'd probably entertain too much. 10x is probably all right, I suppose, for SpaceX, is it? I'm not sure. Let's leave it on that for the moment. I haven't actually done any of this leverage trading with the TradFi stuff. I'm just showing that you can do it. The difference is when you actually go to open a position, what you get first of all is this kind of thing here saying perpetual futures risk disclosure and user confirmation. So just kind of make sure you know what you're doing. And then territorial restrictions. You do have to confirm that you're not a US person, which I think most of us here aren't. And that's kind of all it really says. It says, yeah, interesting. The use of VPNs, proxy servers, and any other technical means to circumvent territorial restrictions is strictly prohibited. Okay. But anyway, this is all fine here. So this is another situation where you can trade TradFi using USDT on Bitunix.
Oh, sorry, I'm back. Still no camera, but look, just to rewind a little bit there, because so are we talking about Bitunix here?
Yeah. So
that's huge. That's a big. So SpaceX on USDT.
Yeah.
Tradable.
Yeah. Tradable with leverage. Yeah.
So that's an absolutely massive thing. That should be like emblazoned across, like huge thing.
It's great, isn't it? I
Um,
was also looking at natural gas. That's there as well. That looks quite interesting, I think.
and this is
So
non-KYC.
yeah, yeah. There's no KYC on this. You can't do it if you're in the States. But I'm also trading Google, like the Alphabet one.
So
You can
so
do.
so so in other words, you can't do it from the States without a VPN. That's probably what it means.
Yeah, and it says you can't do it with a VPN, but yes, that's the way. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, so obviously you get this disclaimer here, but once you've read that and confirmed it, boom, you're in there, and you can trade Google. What else is there? Obviously you probably can't do like things like our GGP thing that Scotty likes. That's not there because
Okay,
that's
so it's a bit of a selection. So it's like the.
well,
I mean,
I think
they're probably not Nasdaq, are they? GGP. Like,
yeah, no, it's
they'd
only
be
LSE.
normal.
It's that
Yeah.
LSE and then some weird Australian one. So, but things
Yeah.
like Brent, you haven't quite
To
got.
know that LSE have been they've been on a huge like decline lately, the last few years or so.
Oh, really?
Like the number of companies actually listed on the LSE has like it's plummeted,
Oh, right.
because like companies just don't want to list on there anymore,
Wow.
and generally like trading volume is declining and so on, and it's just because it's also like regulatory,
Oh,
so
okay.
it's becoming a less and less appealing big name exchange for for sort of institutional traders.
Wow. Interesting. Interesting.
Hmm.
I didn't know that. Anyway, yeah. So you got things like SanDisk here. So yeah, you can trade all these things on Bitunix, which I think is brilliant. In fact, I'm almost considering renaming the channel to call Save with something else. Save with I don't know trade with anything.
Save with Mr. Trad, Mr. Chad the Trad,
Yeah,
Mr. Chad the Trad Trader.
yeah. But of course, I'm not going to do that because that means I'd have to change my own name physically. So, like officially. So and that would probably upset my father. No, he's dead actually, but upset my father's name, Fred with crypto. And
Fred with
yeah,
crypto. Well, yeah, I suppose it would be Trad trading with Mr. Crypto.
which sounds rubbish.
Just,
No. I did like
but,
our thumbnail today. Actually, I thought that was quite good with
with the pipes and everything. Yeah,
pipe and
yeah,
snake.
I
Yeah,
quite liked that.
yeah,
But because this would still be crypto technically, wouldn't it? If it's USDT.
yeah, yeah. I mean, you're when you cash out, you're ending up with USDT. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
is. In fact, I think even SpaceX, I think you could. Pretty sure. No, she got that. I think. Oh no. No, it might have been something else. I was thinking of something else as well. There's some of the weird exchange, and it actually had a SpaceX Bitcoin pair. And I thought that was quite funky. Anyway, but yeah, so that's what we got to play with here. So if I just get my trading view up and go to a different layout. What do you reckon's up with your camera then?
Oh, I think it
Is it?
was initially because it wasn't plugged in, and then I plugged it in, and then suddenly just StreamYard wasn't recognizing it. Although I reloaded StreamYard, but I think it might need something a bit more fundamental, because I was kind of messing around with USB things earlier on, just trying to because I had like all sorts of things like the microphone and the camera and a bunch of other things were going through the
Right.
same USB hub, so it's probably just overloading it, So yeah. By the way,
Ah,
on the live viewers, it's only showing. I don't know if it's the same view, but it's only showing YouTube Save with Crypto people watching.
um,
the other two seem to have disappeared, but I don't know if that's.
I could see both X's and the YouTube.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's just on mine then, so that's fine.
Linux.
Yeah, exactly. Just, yeah. It's always true.
No, I don't know why that is, but I think mine was doing that the other day, wasn't it? It was showing like something was missing, but
Yeah.
I don't know if you are on X, if you can say hello, I'm a bot or something like that, or hello, I'm not a bot, that'd be quite cool.
Yeah, or if you are a bot, say hello, and you are a bot. I mean, you know, you're all welcome.
Yeah.
We're not discriminating here.
Yeah, no, we're not human centric at all.
No.
But yeah. Anyway, so what was I going to show you? I was going to show you. Yeah. So the GGP thing that's a stock that Scotty was into, isn't it? And
Yeah.
So what we saw a few weeks ago was it a few weeks ago? 21st of July. That was, yeah, I suppose a couple of weeks ago, wasn't it? We did get this this signal here from our indicator, which is called Quadzilla. Let me just turn it off so you can see what it's like without it. And then with it, it adds this momentum oscillator down here, and then lots of other things up here. When we get this super up signal, that is normally a pretty good signal that you might get a bit of a reversal. It did have a bit of a delayed effect with this, but if you kind of look back in the past when it happened, I mean, it's not really happened since September of 2024, and you can see around then, you know, we got a few things that worked in a interesting way. This one here back in February 2024 got the super up, then it went up a little bit, then it came down again, then we got another one, then it went up proper. This one here just had a little bit of up, came down. This one here, a lot of up. Okay, so I'm not saying at the moment this one here is going to be, you know, the bottom, because it could do what the previous ones have done. Is just this is a little bit of up. Maybe we get to this retracement level here, which is at 628. I think that's pence actually. I think it's like £6.28 because this is like the LSE. So it might go up to there and then reject. But anyway, I'd gone not long, but I'd gone spot buy from about here. So I actually cashed it out last night. Up there just below 600, and it's come down a little bit since then. So I think that was quite cool, sort of seeing that there. That was GGP. What's the other one I was looking at? I was looking at SpaceX. Now SpaceX, the thing is with that is we've got so little data because it's not been around that long. I mean, it appeared in, when was that? Was it June? Is that all it was? I suppose it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was very dramatic. What happened to that? It's just because I think I did see a headline somewhere which made me laugh a bit, because it's saying Elon Musk under intense pressure as SpaceX valuation, like, you know, halves or something like that. I don't think he's under, even if he's under intense pressure, I don't think he's probably that particularly bothered. You know.
I actually watched an interview with him the other day. I can't think what it was on actually. I mean, it was on YouTube, but it was about an hour long, and he was saying I'm not sure why everyone got upset, because you know I actually said that you know we're going to use funds to
to
we're
fund
going to spend money to fund the
Oh,
business.
so
Therefore,
they're the ones doing the selling off. Is that what you mean?
That's the point. I'm not sure. Something, I don't know. I don't want to get it wrong, so I'm probably not going to say anything.
But I mean, well, anyway, we can conjecture. Is that actually a verb? We can conjecturate on it.
Conject.
Conject, yes. Hey everyone, let's conject. So But yeah, oh no, yeah, I was going to say something else. Oh, wait. So yeah, essentially,
Well,
because that would make sense. Because like if he's actually saying, yeah, we're going to go public, we're going to sell a whole bunch of shares and use, what we're going to sell high, in other words, which will obviously push the price way down. And we're going to use the proceeds to build us a rocket or whatever it is they do there.
yeah,
Um,
pretty much, because and he was,
yeah,
he was sort of saying, going to Mars isn't cheap, and
no,
but
yeah,
it's what he considers to be the future sort of thing. So I don't know. Yeah, he wasn't bothered at all about the about any sort of share price to do with SpaceX or whatever. Anyway,
yeah.
I was bothered because I was thinking like, is this an opportunity?
I wish I'd shorted.
Well, ideally, yeah. I mean, I didn't realize you could do it. I didn't realize you could short on things like Bitunix. I mean, you can, and like,
So it's all leveraged and everything. I just,
yeah,
yeah, wow,
I,
okay,
I just didn't realize you could do that because I was thinking like, because I've got a trading 212 account. I thought I'm gonna have to learn about CFDs and all that sort of thing, and I kind of
yeah,
don't want to learn about CFDs because that money in my trading 212 account is more like, well, it's basically like some money I inherited from my dad when he died. But like, so
yeah.
I don't want to do that wrong, So I don't really want to
No,
have,
it's valuable money, as it were,
yeah,
compared to like easy
yeah,
come, easy go money that that you
yeah,
trade on and stuff. Yeah,
yeah, and it's also in a stock size as well. So I kind of,
yeah,
yeah, I just I don't want to do the CFD thing, and I don't want to learn about it. But of course, I mean, I kind of had an inkling SpaceX was going to do something like that. I didn't quite realize how dramatic it would have been. Well, was
mm.
rather, but I just did not realize you could short on Bitunix and quite a few other exchanges, to be
And it's
honest.
all leveraged and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's kind of it's the power of derivatives trading, isn't it? That it's all like um,
yeah,
paper stocks and paper money. Well, it's obviously real money, but what it's actually doing, it's just like a bunch of numbers in a database essentially being moved around.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. But it's
nothing is really changing hands as such until
yeah,
you withdraw or don't. You know.
it's kind of using debt, really, isn't it? I suppose. You know.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, but even then, it's all just none of it is real money, as I say, or real stocks or whatever.
Yeah,
Until you try to withdraw the money.
yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, it was quite good. Elon's interview, because I've got I'll have to find the interview because it was really good actually, and because it got quite intense towards the end. Didn't started off really nice, and then it kind of went a bit,
Mm,
"Urgh," but it was, it was good. Like initially it was the girl interviewing. I think it was Zanny Beddoes. I think her name was.
right.
But she was interviewing him. She said, "Well, how do you see the world in 10 years' time?" And he was like, "Well, I think everyone's going to be experiencing great abundance, and it's all going to be really good." And like, she was like, "Oh, okay. So what? Everyone will have lots of money." He said, "Well, not necessarily, but we'll have everything that we want." He said, "But
Mm,
I said, what do you need money for anyway?" And she was saying, "What do you mean?" He says, "Well, like money's just there so you can do things. But if you can just do things, then you don't need the money, do you?" And it's like, and it started off a bit like that, and it was kind of like, "Oh, hang on
yeah,
a minute." And it's a bit, obviously he's a bit radical in things he says, sort of thing. Well, I actually really enjoyed it. I thought it was like really good fun. Anyway,
it's good. It's good to have that sort of like a different take on it. But it is kind of like the richest man in the world says money isn't important.
yeah, I know. Well, if it's not important, give us all your money, But
Yeah, exactly. Oh, thank you very much. Yes, yeah,
that's not
I
quite
agree with you, by the way.
yeah, yeah. And can you lend me a tenner? And
Yeah,
let me
as
just
in
see if I
10
can.
million. Yeah.
Let me see if I can. see if I can find it. What's his name? Elon, isn't it? Elon. I think it was her. Was it her or no? Maybe. Oh, hang on. It was. Yeah. Hang on. Oops. Right. I won't play it. But so is this? It was this one here. It was yeah. So it's called the full length interview with Elon Musk, the Economist.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was going to say it's from The Economist. Well, I suppose it says there, so because there was a fair amount of fallout, I think, from that interview.
There
Isn't there?
was. There
There was
was.
that. There was also just the overall, like, you know, how he tends to be framed, not framed, but, you know, in terms of perception, by by the media, or by the sort of leftist media and so on.
Yeah.
I think there's a whole bunch of that. So a lot of it was her, I mean, asking reasonable questions, I thought, but also maybe showing herself as being a bit sort of part of that group, like as guilty of that kind of like leftist narrative framing as
Yeah.
anyone else. But also, from the sounds of it, he was kind of pitching himself as a bit sort of in his ivory tower, well, gold clad ivory tower,
Yeah.
telling people that gold clad ivory towers aren't important, you know, but as long as he gets to keep his, if you know what I mean. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Which.
so they both fell off their perches a bit, I suppose you could say.
Yeah, I think he came out well though, but it's great if you look at the bookmarks, you can see like it starts off, AI will be smarter than humans in 5 years. Probably sort of agree with that sort of thing.
Mm,
How AI companies would regulate themselves. Will China be the leader in AI? And then work is going to be optional. Uh, that was a funny
mm,
bit because he sort of compared it with gardening, um, in the way that you don't have to garden to survive, but if you want to, it can be very enjoyable. And
yeah,
if you invite friends round for dinner where you've using like vegetables or something that you've grown in your garden, it's like a really nice touch, and people appreciate it.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. So that must have been really good to hear from someone living in a bedsit or something. It's just like, oh, brilliant, yeah. So should one, yeah, I was thinking of that the next one down, like, should one man have so much power? Um, they don't like that he has so much power because they're not the ones with the power,
for
is what it
sure, yeah,
boils down to. Should one man have so much power instead of us?
yeah,
With what it boils down. So like, it's like, if he does something that they disagree with, then they don't like that.
yeah, yeah. And then
They want to have the power to do things that some people will disagree with.
that's
And
right,
so
yeah,
the whole line of questioning in that particular one very much came across as that.
absolutely, yeah. And this was a good bit. I got too involved in politics. That was
Yeah,
that was that was that was like that was almost like, yeah, I probably went a bit mad for a while, and I might have
bit
messed things
carried
up a
away.
little. Yeah, a little bit. This was a good bit. Musk, I'm not a racist. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. I mean,
Mm,
he came out all right from that.
yeah,
And you got this. It's a really really good interview. I really
yeah,
I really would suggest that you watch it.
yeah.
It's
The whole thing about the um uh like his sort of like political positioning, because obviously he's a Democrat, um uh but that, is, I think, often, probably now, more kind of like centre right or something like that. But it's centre right of how it used to be, rather than how it is now. So like, centre right now is considered far right extremist, and so on.
yeah,
So
yeah,
that's the problem, and that was kind of where she kind of fell off her perch a little bit as well. So,
yeah. So where have you heard about this from? That interview?
well, the interview,
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
I know.
I've seen bits of it. I
Oh,
think
I
I've
see.
probably seen most of it, to be honest. But yeah,
Oh, I see.
yeah,
Okay.
not all the way through it.
Right. Yeah, got you. Cool. Anyway,
Hello,
I
hello,
I
Ozzy.
saw.
Just
Hello,
saying hello.
hello.
Yeah.
Anyway, so oh, actually, Ozzy's saying any X money, everything. No, actually, he didn't. That wasn't mentioned at all. I don't think.
Mm,
In fact, he didn't really mention anything about X. I don't think it was
yeah.
mostly about SpaceX, and don't even think he mentioned Tesla actually. To be honest,
Yeah.
or did he? I'm not
Yeah.
sure now. Maybe he did. Um,
Don't know. But
anywho.
yeah, I'm probably a bit worried about that. I mean that side I'm worried about. I think in terms of just centralization of money and transactions and so on through essentially a social media app when it comes down to it, or where a social media app is heavily involved in it. So that bit is concerning in terms of like social credit score and so on.
Yeah,
It's kind of the opposite of what us crypto nerdy types want to see happening, which is also the decentralization of control, financial control, and so on.
yeah. I wonder if he kind of had the idea from the Chinese WeChat thing, where they've got
Yeah,
that
yeah,
they
yeah.
got one app that does everything.
It's totally that. He's very much inspired by WeChat. I think from the
Mm.
start. I think I remember him saying somewhere I don't know, it's either he said or someone commented on it or something. But in any case, that it's kind of the reason that he bought Twitter in the first place. Or one of the
Right.
big reasons was around that. To then
Okay.
kind of build it up and rename it to X, obviously, but that was part of it because it was always going to be the X app, the like the everything app essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry,
Anywho,
I'll let you get on with
no,
the
no,
actual
it's all right.
TA.
No, it's all right. I didn't really have a plan actually. I was so anyway, I kind of got a little bit interested in the SpaceX idea after watching that, and I kind of watched the price of it sort of plummet. Really, uh,
Mm.
no, actually,
Yeah, yeah.
that was that was a few days ago, wasn't it?
Mm.
So it kind of went up. I mean, the temptation is with something new like this is it's only been around a couple of months, is to find
To
a
our
time
Oh,
frame.
slideshow.
sorry.
Let's go over the two.
So you watching the telly, are you? Hello, there he was gone. Am I still here? No. Let me just have a look what happened to him there. Did he?
Sorry,
No, he's still there.
was that audio coming across at all?
It came across and then you disappeared. Yeah.
That's weird. Okay, so sorry about
Okay.
that. I was watching one of Eric Crown's videos,
Oh right.
and
Okay.
so that's what you could do.
I couldn't work out what you're doing. If I thought you were watching Richard and Judy or something on.
Yeah, who's joined them for a nice cup of tea this morning or something?
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah. Where was I? So bearing all that in mind, I got sort of interested in SpaceX sort of thing, and I was thinking, is there going to be an opportunity here? Um, and so the temptation is with something like this that hasn't got much data is to find a time frame where we've at least got four of these like stochastics actually starting to appear, because you can see here that initially this is like the 30-minute time frame. We started back in June,
Yeah,
and we only had like the fastest moving stochastic there, and we started to get the average one appearing on June the 26th. And so I suppose Quadzilla starts to happen, sort of thing. And but bearing that in mind, of course, when it starts to do that, it starts to draw a few retracements. Yeah, it started doing this one here on the 29th of June, which returned to on the 6th of July. That was rather lovely. And since then, it's left these ones up here as it's been coming down. Did come back up to this one here. Um, that was kind of over the weekend, wasn't it? Sort of did a nice little thing up there, and then came down again. So bearing that in mind, I bought a bit of SpaceX this morning, and yeah, I'll be interested to see your thoughts on it actually. But
sure. Do you mean as in you longed, or you've actually bought stock? You bought
I,
shares?
I'll show you. I'll show you. So
Sure.
I actually bought this lot here. So
Ah.
it's like about £5 worth. So
Ooh,
it's
okay.
currently
Yeah.
62 quid up today,
Yeah.
which is okay. That was about 200 quid about an hour ago. I'm
Yeah.
actually wondering if I should maybe just cash it out and look for something a bit lower actually, but I don't know. But I'm just looking to make a few hundred quid there if I can. And yeah, also got this Alphabet, the Google one, because
Mm.
Google didn't really do anything wrong yesterday, except some of their blokes left and went off to work at some sort of AI company that wasn't Google.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
it was not as if like it was a massive. Well, to me, it wasn't as if it was a some massive disaster. It was
No.
just
No.
it was just something happened to spook the market.
Yeah.
Um,
I think Apple's been more that they've probably got a lot more problems than Google around just their AI expertise at the
well, yeah,
company.
yeah, they get criticised quite a lot because they're just behind, aren't they? And
Yeah, and they're just not getting the right people in. I think to like
yeah,
the absolute kind of key people.
yeah.
So yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway,
so Google came down quite a lot. Yeah, that was yesterday, wasn't it? Like hell of a lot
yeah.
actually. So in the course of yesterday, that was down like 5.8%,
Oof. Yeah.
which is
Gosh.
big, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
I wonder if it'll come down to that retracement level.
I don't know. That's what I was running as well. I I I did buy some because I just purely because it had come down quite a lot, and I think I was looking at a different time
Mm.
frame. That's the 1
Yeah.
hour.
But the way that it's ranging now, the volatility has obviously shrunk down, isn't it? To not
Yeah,
a huge amount on that. Yeah, like that. It's kind of ranging along. So, and it's still compressing, isn't it? So something's going to happen there quite soon from the looks of it.
yeah,
Whether
yeah,
it's a recovery or just next leg down.
yeah. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
not overly worried about that because hang on,
If it
how
comes
much
down,
was it?
just buy some more. But I mean, it's Google, isn't it? It's going to go up again, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, what did I buy? I bought about 2.7 grand's worth of it.
Yeah.
So and it's down 0.9% from when I bought it. So
Mm.
it's a little bit annoying. It's only 25 quid, so I'm not that bothered.
Yeah.
So obviously, if it does come down further and then bounce or something like that, I can deal with that. It's not like I'm in a leverage position or anything like that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so that's all right. So there's Google. The other one was SanDisk.
Yeah. They looked a bit down, didn't they?
What's it called? SNDK and SNDK.
Sure.
There you go. So like SanDisk doing quite a similar thing actually.
Mm.
That's the 12-minute, but let's look at the 1 hour. See the 1 hour here. I was kind of hoping that that was like 5:30 on Tuesday when we were up here, and that's come down quite a lot. I'm kind of hoping that will go back up at some time and then complete the step 3 of that retracement there. So
Yeah.
basically, like anyway, so I was just I thought I'd just have a little play with some TradFi stuff and see if I can make a bit of money with that whilst Bitcoin's doing whatever it's doing. Let's have a look at what Bitcoin is doing, or should we
Yeah.
just do the comments and then move on to the next bit? What do you want to do?
Yeah. Sure. I could run through the comments if you like. The
Okay,
ones we haven't done.
let's do that.
Was he trillionaire under pressure? Obviously, talk about Elon Musk and SpaceX coming down. And that's it.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean,
Right.
we've been through the other comments, so
Okay. Fair
do
enough.
some TA. Well, do some more TA.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but I don't know if you fancy looking at some trad stuff, but that'd be cool if you do. Anyway, let's do this.
Bitcoin price is predicted for you. Save with crypto and math. Bears and bulls will dance and move. Altcoins, shortcoins, stocks and forex too. Math and save will surf the wave. Bears and bulls will dance and
Well, jolly good. So, okay, so what we're looking at here. Oh, but by the way, your microphone might be a bit quiet. I don't know if it's quiet to anyone else, or if it's absolutely fine. Because I think, because when I opened up a browser window and Eric Crown started talking, it was super loud over this side, and because I realised I turned the volume right up because you were maybe a bit quiet, but it might just be, again, it might just be Linux with weird sound settings.
Hang on.
But,
1 2 1 2. I'm getting about 1 2. I don't know actually.
it's coming across very quiet, but it might just be here. I don't know if it's also quiet on the live stream.
I don't know.
James. Oh, hello, James. Hello. Yes, it's quiet for SWC. So, yeah, okay. Interesting. So not just me.
I'll have a
quiet there at the back.
I'll have a fiddle while. Sorry.
Also, Space Catty, hello everyone, and hello back. Welcome. So, managed to make an actual stream in real time while working. Oh, excellent. Oh, is that you saying that? You're saying that you did that, or you're saying that we've managed to do that? I assume you're saying that you did a live stream. What's your if that's on YouTube? What's your YouTube username? I think if you post the URL in the chat, it'll it'll reject it. But just put your username in. I guess it's that, isn't it? At James Sudworth 77912. So is that also that'd be your channel name, I guess. Oh, I see. I made your stream. Gotcha. Managed to make it to an actual stream in real time. Really glad to see you here anyway. So glad we got that sorted out. So what we are looking at here is where's that there? Let's move that. Is how James made us SV3. Yeah, what's going on? I'm so confused. not really.
Actually, I've just changed the microphone so I can adjust it manually. So if I go up a little bit like that, does that make a lot of difference? 1 2 1 2.
It makes a difference. Yeah.
If I go up a bit more, does that make a big difference? Hello.
You are now officially audible. You're audible.
I'm gonna whack it up to full. Hello, whacked up to full. What do you think? 1 2
yeah,
1 2.
It's definitely a big improvement over how it was, and you're not distorted. So
that's weird. Okay, I don't know why that is. Okay. We do have the echo cancellation on, don't we? I think we decided that was the best way.
Yeah. Oh, you actually are slightly distorted now. Maybe if it comes down slightly below.
Okay, right. Well, I'm going to come down a little bit. Right. So we do have the echo cancellation on normally. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So let's have a look. One thing I wanted to point out in here, because this is on ETH. You probably won't have these 3 super ups just there on yours. So Ethereum on the 1 minute. this actually Blofin, that one's on. And the reason is, it's just worth pointing out, so that it's not like a new feature or anything like that, but I was playing around with the settings for this, and so if you go down into change these at your peril in the Quadzilla settings, then you got overbought and extreme overbought levels. Normally that's 80 and 90, and oversold or extreme oversold levels is normally 20 and 10. But these two, I changed them to 90 and, sorry, what am I saying? Yeah, they're normally 90 and 10, but I changed them to 80 and 20. Yeah, okay, one other thing is, as part of 1.9, there's a small change, really a fix, to be honest, because the super ups and super downs are based on the extreme overbought and oversold levels. So, but the 90 and the 10 were kind of hardwired in the script, but they're meant to be based on these settings. So I've restored that, so they're now based on the settings again. So mine have brought those down to 80 and 20, and so those appear. So if I go the factory settings, so it's at 90 and 10, they disappear, they're gone. But as I bring them back, 18, just like put in whatever numbers you want. On yours, I don't think it'll make a difference because it's in the background. It still has, it's hardwired on yours. But 1.9, you can change those, and it'll affect when exactly the super ups and the super downs are drawn.
Okay.
So in this case, so it means by lowering the threshold a bit, then these appear more often, but then I don't know if that one would have appeared. Arguably, they might be a bit less accurate. So far, no. There's one that one probably, I don't know. I mean, that may have appeared anyway, but in any case, it caught a little down. But the trend is so strongly to the upside there. In any case, that is always a bit of a danger with any kind of oscillator type indicator like this. That when the market is strongly trending, then you're going to get a bit of a sort of not so much a false read, but a less accurate read, I suppose. Because these sorts of things work much better when it's more of a range, even a fairly big range, I suppose. But in any case, so like if like here in this case, the prices started ranging a lot more, and so you get better super signals like that. That's marking there up. That's marking there up. Quite a significant up on that one. And here again, I mean, yeah, to be honest, those are pretty good for even given that this was trending quite strongly downwards there. So they can be very, very good for marking the top of the top or bottom of either a range or just when it's been trending for a while and the actual pivot point, the actual reversal. So if you say boots and cats repeatedly, you'll be beatboxing. That's worth knowing. I think I'm going to launch my new music career. Well, my new streets corner busking career, I think, based on that. So anyway, those marked out the pivot point and the low there and that heading up, whereas in the previous settings, those wouldn't have appeared at all. So I think it is a bit of an improvement. In any case, so there's that. Anyway, that's a theorem. It's weird. This is very. I don't know if you can, it's better now that I say that. I was going to say that this is moving a bit jerkily on here. I might have to reboot the PC after this.
Okay.
It's just gone a bit weird. But anyway, so Ethereum still just on the 4 hour. What's going on? It's trending a lot. So that is, I mean, that retracement level there has kind of marked out the low of that range, really. But in any case, we could kind of draw in. Is that a good thing to draw in? Maybe price range. See that one. Came down to there. Just trying to think where's a good place. Where's the bottom of the range? Excluding that wick down, the bottom of the range really was where the 55 EMA is there. So we could do that and put it there maybe, or there. Don't know. Just put it somewhere. If we include that, yeah. Maybe I've drawn the wrong thing there. Anyway, you could look at it as an 8% range ish. I'm trying to do that and that. So I could put it in as maybe a parallel channel from there, isn't it? And because then when we do that, then you kind of get the 50% line, the sort of fair value level through there. Then you notice that 50% level was the resistance that went for that kind of impulsive move to the up side. And then right. So what else? I suppose like maybe look at ATR if I bring that up. Think does that tell us much? So our average true range. So like if that's kind of working its way to the downside, then obviously it's just saying like, oh, volatility is shrinking. It headed to the downside just there, and then that was pretty much at its lowest point working on there. And then at that point, because obviously when volatility is shrinking, then you kind of expect a pretty big move after that, and that's exactly what happened there. Just put in a vertical line just to do that. Like so, yeah. And then I mean, to be fair, that price move started to happen, but it was really the confirmation of it, I suppose, was here. And then you got that pretty big move, trying to get higher, trying to break out of that, or I suppose define the top of that range really. Then, or you could view it as not what I wanted to see. Come back. There. Use this one. You could view it as maybe. Oh, sorry. That. So like the wick top there, as that was initially the top of the range. Sorry. Someone's outside with what sounds like a chainsaw or something.
Not again.
Yeah. Leave me alone. Anyway, so yeah, so in which case, you could view it that those at the price. Oh, I accidentally deleted that. Let's put that back in. Maybe the exit slightly at the back. So yeah, yeah. So volatility shrank. Then there was a big sort of move to the upside. The price tried to break above out of that range, failed, came back down again, and then it's been kind of bouncing along. Really, that fair value level, reversion to the mean, and that sort of thing. And well, mean-ish really, or is it reversion to the median in this case, where it's just that? Don't know. So yeah, and then just snaked around it a bit, and then it's under, and that became resistance. So where the price is now, it's gonna have to. I don't know. That just seems like it's going to drop down again. It's going to come down from there, probably at least back to that fair value level. As in like that sort of thing, doink. And then it'd be like we wait for a confirmation, like does it drop below there and do more of what it's doing there, in which case be marking out kind of a area, that sort of thing. Or is it going to drop all the way down to here, to where that wicked down to? But if it bounces, heads back up, then obviously it's going to be marking out whether it's that range or whatever, even up to that. level there. So finish it. So anyway, that's Ethereum. And that was on the 4 hour. Let's head over to Bitcoin. And what have we got? So yeah, still on the 4 hour. I suppose what I was looking at before was, what was it looking at? Is that on the daily? I was looking at that. Maybe. I was just trying to work out why I'd drawn all that in. Was that on the weekly? Okay. Yeah. So talking about like sort of longer term, I suppose, where Bitcoin might head to there. So that sort of, if that happens, then that would be taking us down. I mean, time-wise, we're taking us down into sort of September, October, which it seems to be widely regarded as that's going to be the bear market low before we kind of like round off and start to grind to the upside. But and similarly, a possible level might be this area here, which is kind of 42-ish, probably between 40 and 44, yeah. Between 40 and 45, let's say. Retracement level there, which is at 38.4, so that's another possibility. It could just come down and close that, and then bounce to the upside. So that, because the price there is kind of bounced a bit, in any case, it's not quite the place that would obviously be more there if it happens. What do you reckon? Still room for a bit of a bounce? I mean, it's coming up to the 9 EMA. Arguably, has already bounced off the 9 EMA. But so, if it continues to do that, bouncing off the 9 EMA like that, then that'd be looking more and more likely that there'd be that would just not plummet, it just fall gently to the downside in a very fast fashion. So that's sort of, what's that? A bit more of that, wouldn't it? Probably. Yeah. Yeah. Not a lot else that could be really said, to be honest, about the just which way is Bitcoin going at the moment. Because like looking at things like on the daily, there are so many like conflicting signals. I mean, one thing I suppose is, again, the ATR, that's kind of just working its way down, because this amount of just ranging that's going on here. So volatility is like compressing. Mm-hmm. So whatever's going to happen is going to be a fairly big move, I think. Mm-hmm. And it could be something like, well, given these retracement level, what's that one at? 77 and 68.8. At least that, maybe up to 77, 76, 77. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just under 77. That and then that, but probably more likely to be, probably more likely to be that one, I would think. Just that it could be that level there, except that is marked out. Obviously, they were roughly equal. I mean, sure, that wicked up, so you could view that as a slightly lower high. Mm-hmm. You had lower. Obviously, it came up. But yeah, as I was saying, that there's so much that's conflicting on this, because like, are we looking at? Just undo this. Depending which highs and lows that you count, you could sort of say, oh, that's looking quite bearish, or that's looking quite bullish, or you could sort of say, well, that across from there, really, that's just been kind of trending across. So it could kind of look at it as being there's that's been an uptrend. Now it's a pause for breath before the next uptrend, as in slight retracement and then up. Similarly, I suppose, just like look at what it's doing now is like, oh, that's clearly downtrending. That level there, which is saying, oh no, it's different. Is it that on the daily, the price is toying with the 55 EMA and not really breaking above it. So a similar sort of thing that really needs to break above. There's probably all sorts of other things you could draw out. Each of them is kind of like an argument in favor of a big move to the upside or an argument in favor of a big move to the downside. So that this sort of time frame isn't really telling us very much at the moment that we can particularly rely on. The weekly is a bit more reliable, I think. But even that, there's going to be some level of it's got to break above the 9 EMA as a confirmation that it's going to do a sort of fairly hefty move to the upside before it falls, versus just falls. So trading wise, I suppose that leaves us with maybe the hourly. Like so. That wasn't anything, was it? That like all that. So uptrend, and it's already just bounced off the 55 EMA. Given that, I mean, I was going to draw in a trend line there, but the 55 just kind of marks it out anyway. So despite that, the way that price has come down, it's still in an uptrend. I mean, yeah, we got the 9 and the 21 about to cross bearish, is an early sign of a more of a downward trend. That'd be quite a reversal if that happens.
Yeah,
price did sort of plateau there a bit. So you say
that said, if you look at something like the 4-hour time frame, you'll see that the them EMAs, the yellow 21 and the green 55, they crossed bullish yesterday afternoon, and that again is normally a sign that it'll go up for a little bit, and you can see that rather beautifully did that step 3 of that retracement as well yesterday.
This one, yeah,
and so it's kind of doing what it's supposed to do. But yeah, I agree. I think there is something big brewing, but which way, I just don't know. I mean, we've got the non-farm payroll thing tomorrow. Is that Clarity Act supposed to get postponed soon?
Must be soon. I mean, it's dragging along, isn't it? Because there was the was it the August recess that they had to shove that through before then, I think.
Yeah, I think there's some announcement about that. So, I think it'll probably get postponed, wouldn't it? Oh, that's what normally happens.
Probably. Yeah. And then it'll just happen to sort of coincide with the September October low, I think, and then hopefully just push things way up from there.
Yeah, maybe something like that.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
So because I mean that sort of that kind of thing, isn't it? Look, lower. Still the case, I mean, sure that in terms of the open and close, that's kind of done that. I cheated on the line a bit by drawing upwards a bit there, but I'm sure that's just. Oh no, yeah, okay, that did break slightly above. Talking about the open and close, these candles did kind of break up a bit higher than those ones over there, so that's positive. Obviously, in terms of the wicks, these were well above, but in any case, that's a sign that as long as this rejection bounces and it may bounce off the 21 EMA. Looking at that, it's already dropped below the 9, which is a pretty bullish sign. Bearish sign. That liquidity there, that it might just kind of drop down to there and bounce, as in just there. So, and that would very much just continue that sort of fairly bullish sort of trend that started there with a crossover. What are we on? Oh, the 4 hour, yeah. So, okay, interesting. Drop below the 55 on the 1 hour. Sort of wonder what will happen. Suspenseful, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. Are those good levels to watch for? I don't know. Just so we got like, as in, is there anything useful out of that? Space Cat is just saying that there's also the cross in the oscillator 4 hour. Let's have a look. Doodly-doo. Probably hide the ATR again now. You have served your purpose. Thank you. So 4 hour. Yeah. Just yes, that's crossed down, isn't it? So sort of a mid-range cross essentially. So the fastest moving of the momentum stochastics, the red one, has what are my settings? I think they reset a bit because I started not really feeling that. So it's just for the purposes of this sort of thing, it's a bit clearer. Yeah, so the fastest moving the stochastics, the red one, it kind of is crossed down below the weighted average, which is more kind of weighted towards the slower moving the 4 stochastics, and that's also curving round as well. So momentum is on the wane for sure. In the sense, because this is directional, so in the sense that momentum is heading back, it'll get past essentially the 50% line, halfway line, which is currently not being drawn in on here, but in any case, so like, you know, directional as in we've got overbought up here, oversold down here. So the price going up moves these to the upside, the price going down moves these to the downside, versus something like the ATR, which is not directional, just kind of, it's just the overall kind of strength of the magnitude, I suppose, of the price moves. Of course, there's nothing to say that won't cross up again, but generally that doesn't tend to happen all that often. It does happen, but not all that often. It might be something like this sort of example. I mean, it's because it's a similar move, isn't it? In the sense that we had that on this one, had the price go up, then a kind of big retracement down, forming a lower low from that one as well. In that case, in this one, it's kind of been that arguably a much stronger move, considering it came from down there, up and then sort of down. So then maybe that retracement level might then do that, except I don't know, just looking at the pattern, just that a move of that sort of strength is also going to break this overall downward trend. It'd be significant, you know, because if we get above there and above each of these. But if that instead just kind of, it would have to come all the way down here, like 62-ish, and then form a lower low, and then form a lower high, you know, in order to just keep on downtrending. So, because I was thinking, like, what would then happen on the momentum oscillator in that case? That's come down and then just kind of flip round. But if it does that, then it's going to be overall, I think, a move to the upside. So definitely one to watch for. If this flips round and reverses that that cross under, then that would, I think that's pretty likely that would be a strong move to the upside forming right there in a break of that trend. That's probably about it for the Bitcoins and things. To say that there was a TradFi thing you wanted to look at.
Oh, I wouldn't mind a little look at, see what you think about SanDisk, SNDK.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, let's have a look.
If you don't mind.
Stocks. If I actually just put in SanDisk, I guess. Yeah, SNDK. Okay. On the Nasdaq, I guess.
Yeah.
So, okay. Keep in mind, I've got the settings with the showing the super signals more often. So, oops. Has there been like a news event?
Don't know, I'm just trying to work it out.
Like middle of June, end of June. Yeah.
I'm not actually sure. So, I mean, generally, memory got a bit of a battering yesterday for some reason. I'm not quite sure why, actually.
Probably something to do with China, I would think. It's the usual thing.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, bring in like the VRVP on that, I suppose. Very much just that liquidity area there, funny enough, ties in with that retracement level as well. So that would be one to sort of keep in mind, that because I think, yeah, that area of liquidity there as well. Let's just do it like this. Just draw that in. Sort of. Yeah, actually have a bit. So there's obviously like some quite sizable accumulation going on there, but also, of course, in the course of that, the volatility shrank, and I wonder how that shows up in the ATR back here. I don't know, it was growing. The volatility was growing at that point generally, but that said, I guess this is lagging in an overall uptrend. This ranged for a little while, so really kind of meaning, I suppose, that the volatility for the duration of that came down. So it's like
Sorry,
it was exactly like that. Yeah, it's like, hey, look what I'm about to do, and coil spring, and then to the upside. Yeah, or big continuation and acceleration to the upside, really. So, but I suppose the point there being that there's a great area there of liquidity where the price probably just wants to return to it. And so where it came down to there was really just above that, really, wasn't it? But so bounced off that level, and it does kind of tie in with what was around there. So it's since done that. Is that its big recovery right there, or is it gonna? It's depending where I move this. Yeah. Yeah, just if I drop down to the 4 hour, just reset that a bit. Maybe switch off the VRVP now. That's probably it. Volume's all over the place, isn't it? So, well, I mean, obvious downtrend, because we were talking about downtrend and stuff just now, weren't we? We're just trending generally. So, like, bloop, 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 and of course, bloop, bloop, blurb. So for this to kind of bounce to the upside, this might be a place where it bounces right now. It's kind of at a telling moment, just there, telling level, because given the good old 9 EMA is right there, 21 is kind of compressed close to that as well. So that could be, I think, if it's gonna bounce, it's gonna have to bounce pretty much now. Because if it falls and then closes below the both the 9 and the 21 EMA, that's a fairly good sign that it's going to just drop further, then can probably then continue that downtrend, which would be a big old drop if that happens. It's going to means like, you know, we'll be seeing it kind of doing one of those. Actually, what was that? Come on, let me. One of those down to 38, virtually a 40% drop. There, from there to there, and because that was over how long? 6 days. Is that really? Yeah, 40% drop in 6 days.
Wow.
And then before that one, it was a 30% drop in 6, nearly 7 days. So if it did kind of that again from there, like really from there, down to there, 30%. Well, okay, so to get down to there is a 30% drop, and by coincidence, I've drawn that as 6 days. So yeah, has to bounce now. Otherwise, it's just going to continue this, and at least to resistance, but might drop to more like that. In which case, that's going to be another lower low.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how I'm kind of seeing that at the moment.
All right, fair enough.
Probably bad news in that sense, but you know, the potential good news is if it bounces right now, then it stands a good chance of reversing that and heading up. It's got to head up again sometime. They're not just going to go to zero. Yeah.
Well, my thinking about that was, well, I mean, yeah, I know it's ridiculous, but if you look at that on the 1 minute time frame, I know
To get the bigger picture. Yeah.
to get the bigger picture, yeah, and
Oof. Yeah.
but you know, that's right down there, right? So you start getting the old trend shield appearing down the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just wondering if that might. I also noticed as well that retracement from from Tuesday. Yeah,
Brum. Yeah.
that got nicely completed as well. I don't know.
Was that- Oh,
Well, Tuesday the 4th. Yeah, Tuesday the 4th of.
okay.
So just that bit there.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
True.
that was quite good, but obviously the worry is the one that's much further down. You know, which might coincide with what you were just saying. So,
Yeah.
I'll have to decide what to do if it goes down there. But yeah, interesting. Okay, all right.
I'm not so sure what's happening with that retracement level, that because it did the. What, it is from. Oh, okay, right. I get it. Yeah. Okay. So, because I had the additional retracements thing switched on. So, yeah, this one, I guess, just ran out there, but it did sort of carry on. Okay, that's why. Anyway, yeah. Sorry. So, lovely super up there. I don't know if that showed up on.
Yeah.
On your Quadzilla.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
Okay.
On Monday. Yeah.
Yeah. So tasty 4.5% long.
Nice.
From that one. It's nice. Well, you know, considering it's a 1 minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not many super downs. Well, not any. Just on that. But I think that's just because of the overall shape of the price moves. So the oscillator hadn't really had a chance to sort of catch up on that at that moment.
I can see quite a few of mine, so I don't know why that is.
Like same area of the chart on the 1 minute.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
Probably the settings. I've been messing with them a bit. So
Yeah, you've obviously
good on you,
broken it, haven't you?
but basically,
Awesome. What time is it? 22. Are you busy?
a bit. But what's that? What do you want to look at?
I don't know. I was just wondering if we could hang on till the open or not. It's like 8 minutes away.
8 minutes. What have we
It
got?
always goes
See,
on.
see how it goes. Yeah. So
Okay.
Oh, first time for a while you'll be able to analyze US Open. Okay. Well, it's been requested. So in that case,
Oh, well, there you go.
we probably ought to.
All right.
So yeah. Fact is universal. The fact is universal. Good weather attracts power tools. Yeah, I think you're right. It's they're still out there. I've got the window closed. Gasping for air.
Okay. Wonder what
Oh
he's
yeah,
on
it
about.
wasn't just a random profound statement.
I thought we just looking at like Black and Decker stock or something, you know.
Yeah. Well, I'm off to B&Q after this.
Okay. What else is of interest? What do you reckon is going on with Tesla? Because Tesla's looking bloody awful these days. I sold all my Tesla stock a while ago, but
so I think that's lack of oxygen yawn. So okay, so on the daily, I mean, at some point, I guess we drew in those levels, and it's certainly it's probably kind of after the price bounced from there, and it certainly failed to reclaim those, isn't it? Just I mean, what's it all about? What's it doing? It's I might just maybe undo that setting on the super signals for now. Just put it back to the extreme 90 and 10. Okay, so it's maybe worth putting in something like fib retracement. I don't know, just so it's gonna. So from there, it's probably where it began, isn't it? And then up to there. I should delete those now. So see, big old move to the upside. Now it's retracing back down. So where are the support levels? There's one. Hit that support. Right now it's kind of not quite sort of coming to that, but that does sort of, well, given the obviously there was a market close and then reopened there, but that was a big overnight drop to there, and maybe a kind of inevitable sort of relief rally just there as a recovery. But then quite likely, I would think, we'll just kind of head back down again, and likely to get down to that the 0.382 level. So then similar support level that's found there. So you might, well, if it drops further, if it just cancels out those gains, it's just going to come down to sort of there, isn't it? 225.
so weird how your fib's upside down.
Is it?
Yeah, I don't get it at all, actually, but don't worry about it.
That's how you drew it. I checked. That's how I drew it. So like if you so the move is from there up to there.
I know, but your numbers are a different.
Is that a setting? Is that just how I got it?
Oh, hang on, hold that there.
Oh yeah, I have got it on reverse. That's fine. Okay, there you go.
That's the bloody problem solved, right? Okay,
Yeah.
that's why.
Interesting. Yeah.
Right, right. Oh God, that's yeah.
Does that make for a more meaningful chart? It probably does, doesn't it?
Well,
I mean,
do.
it's kind of approximately the same. So that still was marking out that kind of support level there, which could well expect that to be support over there. That I don't know. Just I think it's better how it was, to be honest. But in any case, that level, I guess we've got sort of golden pockety sort of level there that you could expect the price to come down to touch into there and then lift off, which would be quite nice.
Yeah, I'm just wondering about all these super ups we're getting on the daily with Tesla.
Well, this is the daily. Oh, I switched it off, didn't I?
Yeah.
I can't see any. There you
go. Oh, yeah. For some reason I've got two, but you've got one. That's fine.
Well, there's one down there as well.
Yeah, I've got kind of two together actually, but not sure what that is.
Okay.
Not sure it is. General fiddling, I suppose. But yeah,
I think so.
I don't know. It just makes me think that maybe that is, but it might be just a little bit of up and then down. How are we doing time wise? 2 minutes to go.
Oh, yikes! Okay, let's get that. Because I mean, given this, I mean, I know it's slightly different on your charts, but on here they seem pretty rare, and certainly that one, when that appeared, that would have been a pretty amazing trade to take. If you kind of somehow knew exactly when to exit out. But 232% on 10x leverage would have been nice. But in any case, this one, the super down, similar sort of like 33% drop. That one didn't quite play out, and so this one has already started to play out. Yeah. If it gets up to there, maybe that would be kind of 19, nearly 20%. And then who knows where it goes from there. So, but you could view it as how long we got seconds before the New York Open. So that kind of thing, just as an approximate kind of downward channel. So there's that. So it's got to break out of that.
Right, market's open.
Have a look.
Nothing.
A bit anticlimactic.
I know. Special today, nothing. Today, nothing happened. Okay, that's a bit of an anticlimax. I'm expecting some sort of.
What's that about?
Gadoosh. I don't know. Weird.
This link.
Okay.
Oh, we have movement. Okay. Because
I
suppose what doesn't tend to show up is if there is an absolute almighty battle going on in there between the sellers and the buyers. There's probably just like billions of dollars of USDT just kind of moving back and forth in like hyper aggressive buys and sells. But all we see is like no movement. It's like, well, nothing's happening. And then finally you finally get a bit of imbalance. And then that's, the price moves. So
what is fun here is my second favorite time frame, which is a 12-minute. If you pop it onto that, you'll see, hopefully, that retracement there. Look how good that was.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's kind of perfect, isn't it?
Yeah.
So wow.
There you go. There's the
so
power.
Is that now a good place to go long? I wonder. I mean, to be honest, I wouldn't trade anything just at this particular time of day, but it's just too risky. But in any case, looking at that, it'd be a kind of pretty major reversal. It'd be like that kind of level of reversal.
Wow.
But that just seems like it's going to drop further, to be honest.
It doesn't seem totally bouncy, does it? And
No.
and I would have preferred a kind of like a really quick wick down there and then back up, rather than just a gently falling into a hole,
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
anyway.
it might still happen. It's the same thing where, I mean, the price is going to suddenly move, I think. But right there, where it just wasn't really moving, it still kind of isn't at the moment. And it's obviously not because nobody's trading.
Mm-hmm.
There's a seriously high amount of buying and selling going on right there.
Yeah,
and just positions being liquidated and so on. Like I was going to say left, right, and centre, but just up and down. So just totally in balance at the moment.
Yeah. Anyway, I
Yeah.
think that'll do us for today, won't it?
Probably will. Yeah.
All
So
right.
yeah, thanks so much, everyone, for tagging along for this amount of time.
Yeah.
So, and for
Thank
the
you very
comments
much
and so on.
Yeah. No, I quite enjoyed that today, even though your camera was off. But
Yeah,
that wasn't my
I'll
that
get
wasn't
that
my
sorted for
end.
next time.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Right, thank you very much for everyone coming along. And yeah, got quite a lot on X actually. So if you're not a bot, feel free to come over to YouTube and like the live stream and subscribe and all that good stuff. It costs nothing and makes us very happy. Yeah, do you need to shield Maftopia before we go?
Yeah, head over to Maftopia, if you don't mind. So it's basically, it's kind of daily-ish science and technology, fascinating news and scientific breakthroughs and technology things, and often quite a lot to do with AI and things as well. And so it's just actually we've got a banner. Make sure the banner. Where's the banner? Sorry, where did it go? Oh, that one, I think. There you go. Maftopia. So so that's on both YouTube and X with the same spelling. So hope to see you there. And
Okay.
yeah, that'll do. That's
All
good
right.
enough.
Thanks everyone for coming. Do remember to give the thingy a like, and then we'll see you tomorrow. All right. Take care and
Cheers.
bye.